Test, test, test. And welcome back once again to Lenoir City High School, Lenoir City, Tennessee. We're glad you tuned in on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio, or on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We're getting ready to kick off the third game of the 2025 season. The captains for the two teams are out at the center of the field. Alex Myers is not with us tonight, but we've got a very equally important person side by side with me, and that's Mike Sheehan. Mike, you've got the starting lineups for tonight's game.
Thank you, David. First for the Oak Ridge Wildcats on offense. Left tackle, number 77, Jared Bafford. Left guard, number 74, Elijah Young. Center, number 50, Caden Chipman. Right guard, number 58, Torrey Holt. Right tackle, number 67, Nate Stevens. Quarterback, number 1, Blaine Stansberry. Running back, number 8, Demillion Porter. Tight end, number 3, Malik Howard. Wide receiver, number 11, Adam Washington. And wide receiver, number 9, Jarrell Jimerson. And number 2, Will Presley. Special teams, kicker, punter, Eli Pearson. Long snapper, Gage Pellegrin, number 65.
Thank you, Mike. We're just moments away. The Oak Ridge Wild Band is playing down in front of us, and we're about to have football. The Wildcats trying to go 3-0 on the year. They have victories over Halls and over Clinton last week. The Panthers come in at 1-1. They opened up with a big win over Campbell County, and last week lost to their rivals Loudon. I expect a game because Coach Rank told me before the game, obviously, that Lenoir City wants to slow things down. They want to keep the ball on the ground. We could have a quick night tonight.
Yeah, I hope so. And our defensive line is really tough, David. So Lenoir City is going to have their hands full trying to get first downs, and the Wildcats are going to be out to try to stop them. So I look for an interesting battle on defense and offense between the Panthers and the Wildcats.
Wildcats are wearing their all-Cardinal pants with white jerseys, Cardinal numerals. The Lenoir City Panthers wearing their black football pants, orange jerseys, black numerals. This rivalry, not much of a rivalry, but they have played. This is the 15th time the two teams have played. The Wildcats lead the all-time series, 9 wins, 3 defeats. There have been 2 ties. The last time that Lenoir City beat Oak Ridge, 60 years ago, 1965. But to their credit, we just haven't played them that many times.
No, we have not. Go back deep for the Panthers is Devontae Toney. I really don't look for him to touch the ball if Eli Pearson kicks it as well as he did last week against the Dragons over there in Clinton.
Got Caleb Jackson, David Urbanowitz on the field along with Connor Sharp, Preston Fetters, Miles Bergen, and Brian Bennett back in the studios of FM 92.7. We're about to get set. The ball is on the tee. The Wildcats will be kicking from right to left if you're listening to us on the radio. And Eli is ready. And here's the kickoff of the ball game. It's a line drive kick. It's end over end, and it's going to go sailing into the end zone. We're going to apologize from the outset on those of you who are watching the stream. It could be a little choppy tonight. We just don't have a lot of good internet signal here at this stadium. We've had problems here before, but hopefully you can see most of it, and hopefully you can understand my voice. Usually the audio works, and it's the video that's choppy as the Wildcat defense is on the field. Here comes Lenoir City. Looking at their line, they're big as they come out, as they typically are. They'll be moving from left to right. Wildcats last year knocked them off 17-7 right here at this field back in about the middle part of the year, a year ago. First down, 10 yards to go from the 20-yard line. They run the single wing. The handoff goes to the running back, and he has pretty good running room as he moves the ball to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of about 8 on the play. Mike, you don't see the single wing often anymore, but that's what they like to do.
Yeah, I was surprised about that because you just don't see it a whole lot anymore. That's what I played when I was in high school, and I was surprised to find out that Lenoir City's still doing there.
They're going to give them a gain. Well, on the scoreboard, it's not quite right, but it's at the 27. I think it's 2nd and 3. It says 2nd and 6. They have the snap. The quarterback's running in a lot of trouble. Caden Stewart is defending, but he completes the pass at the 35-yard line for a first down before Jarrell Jimerson makes the stop. It'll be 1st and 10.
Case Satterfield on the reception for the Lenoir City Panthers. Good defense by the Wildcats, but an excellent pass and a first down for the first down of the game for the Lenoir City Panthers.
We don't expect them to throw the ball that much, but they'll come out throwing today. The Wildcats have had good success, especially at the defensive line this year. They've been really manhandled the first 2 teams they have played. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the Lenoir City 36-yard line. Back to pass, feeling pressure, lots of pressure, goes across the way, intercepted Oak Ridge. Wildcats at the 40, around the right side, 35. Moving the ball is Wayne Gibson down to the 28-yard line where it'll be Oak Ridge first down and 10 yards to go. Not a great pass at all. Wayne picks it off. The Wildcats have it 1st and 10.
Well, the Wildcat defense came up big again, David. They were right in his face. He was trying to backpedal to throw the ball, and he just lofted it out, and Wayne Gibson, anywhere near him, took the ball and ran up the field for about an 8-yard gain.
And the Oak Ridge offense will come onto the field here in a moment as play is halted just a second as the Oak Ridge offense goes over to the sideline. Now the officials are discussing something. I don't know if it's a play clock issue. It was an interception. They get together and talk about something. It is going to be illegal procedure against the Panthers. Declined. The Wildcats have it on the turnover. It'll be first down, 10 yards to go. Good start, especially in a ball control offense, Mike. You want to kind of jump on them early because teams like this don't like to play from behind.
Yeah, I love it. The way the defense really collapsed in on them, like I said, a lot of pressure on the quarterback, and he lofted the ball, and Gibson grabbed it and returned it for the Wildcats.
Blaine Stansberry is the quarterback. The tight end in a slot to the right is Malik Howard. Adam Washington split to the left. Handoff goes on a delay to Demillion Porter, and I'm not sure if somebody went the wrong way. The Wildcats looked a little confused in the backfield, and they're going to lose a yard, and it's going to be second down and 11.
Elijah Duncan there on the stop for the Panthers, a big lineman up front. He's blocking broke down. The Wildcats did not gain anything on that play.
Malik Howard, Will Presley, Jarrell Jemerson. Receiver split to the right, Adam Washington to the left. Demillion Porter in the backfield. Little quick screen pass is caught. Will Presley down the right sideline. He moves the ball across the 20, to the 10, to the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown Oak Ridge. The Wildcats score with 9 minutes, 55 seconds to play in the first quarter. 6-0 Oak Ridge. Little screen pass, got great blocking from his other receivers, and the Wildcats lead Lenoir City 6-0.
Will Presley's so impressive. After he catches the ball, he made 2 people miss him with his speed. Then he just ran that straight up the sideline for a 28-yard touchdown. Pass and run from Blaine Stansberry to Will Presley.
Eli Pearson in to attempt the extra point. The Wildcats up 6-0. That's a very high snap. The kick is on its way. It's up, and it's good. 7-0 Oak Ridge. A quick strike for the Wildcats. We'll be back to Lenoir City in 60 seconds. Welcome back to Lenoir City High School. David Clary, Mike Sheehan. Here's the kick by Eli again. It's high end over end kick's going to go sail in and out of the end zone. Almost split the uprights. Great start for the Wildcats, Mike. Wayne Gibson picks off the pass. The Wildcats, 2 plays later, are in the end zone.
Absolutely. A great field position to start with from the 38. They got a first down to the 28. And then Will Presley caught that beautiful pass from Blaine Stansberry, went down the sideline for a touchdown, and the Wildcats win early on, up 7-0.
And here comes Lenoir City back out on the field just a few moments into this game. 9:55 to play in the first quarter in a 7-0 ball game. Lenoir City first down, 10 yards to go. The ball is at the 20-yard line. They're moving left to right. Wildcats middle linebacker is Blake Woody. Here's a high snap. The running back's going to run it and move the ball forward before he's tackled by what looks like Malik Howard and one other Wildcat. Let me try to check some of those numbers. It was Blake Woody, and it'll be a gain on the play of about, we'll call it 3. Second down, 7 yards to go. 9 minutes, 37 seconds to play in the first quarter from beautiful Lenoir City. I'm glad you've tuned in on FM 92.7, FM 94.7. We're also streaming the game on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Gain of 3 on the previous play. It'll be second down, 7 yards to go. Single wing, quarterback will hand it off misdirection. The Wildcats make the initial hit at the 25-yard line. They drive him back. The Wildcats, Blake Woody there, along with Dom Vasquez and one other Wildcat. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Amonte Bishop there, also there on the stop for the Wildcat. They plugged that hole up really quickly, David. Brings up 3rd down and 6 now. Ball's
just shy of the 25-yard line. New coaching staff. Lenoir City has had 5 coaches in 5 years. And Mike, we'll talk about that in a minute. It's so hard to get any kind of consistency. 5 coaches, 5 years. That's rough. You feel for these kids. They've got a pretty good-sized football team looking down in front. Here's the pitch to the backfield, and he's going to be decked at the 25-yard line. It's going to be 4th down. Caden Stewart on the stop for the Wildcats. It'll be 4th down, and they'll be forced to punt. 8:26 and counting. So far, so good, Mike, but going back to my point here, 5 coaches in 5 years.
Yeah, it's hard to get any consistency when you have that kind of turnover at one school. So, it just takes a while to really build a good program, and Lenoir City has not had that opportunity. So the Wildcats, Coach Rank's done a super job in this is his 3rd year, right, David? So, yeah, the Wildcats are much better than they used to be.
Nearly a block punt there. It's going to take a Lenoir City bounce. The Wildcats get away from it. It's going to roll all the way down to the 23-yard line. There is a flag in the backfield, hopefully not a roughing the kicker. I think we partially blocked the punt, so if they call roughing the kicker, I would be very surprised. But there is a flag, and I don't see any movement as of yet. Hopefully they'll pick the flag up. The ball was partially rejected. They're going to say it's going to be against them. They're going to wave the flag off. Yeah, the punt was partially blocked, so it's not roughing the kicker.
Right, exactly what happened. So no flag, but that was an excellent punt all the way down to the Oak Ridge 26. That was a boomer. The way it rolled, it just kept going and kept going, and thank goodness the Wildcats didn't touch it. But so they've got a long way to go this time. Now they say it's on the 23-yard line, even further than I first assumed.
7 minutes, 48 seconds to play first quarter. The Wildcats on top 7-0 on a 28-yard touchdown reception from Blaine Stansberry to Will Presley. As the Wildcats come to the line, it'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go. Senior Adam Washington split to the near sideline, which is to the left of the quarterback. 3 receivers, Demillion Porter. Now it's going to be a pass complete to Malik Howard. He's at the 30, moves the ball up to the 36-yard line, where it'll be a 10 bank of Oak Ridge 1st down. Cool little quick pass. I was fooled by Blaine. I thought he handed it off to Demillion. A nice crisp pass and a gain of 11 on the play. It'll be 1st down, 10 yards to go.
Well, Malik did a great job of eluding a would-be tackler. He tried to tackle him down low. Malik danced out of the tackle and ran up the field for a 1st down.
Wildcats have the ball at the 36-yard line, moving right to left. Blaine's going to throw again on the sideline. Pass is going to be caught by Will. He breaks the tackle, 50, 45, 40, cuts across the field, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Will Presley. His 2nd score of the ball game. Will made a catch on the sideline. It looked as if he was only going to get about 15 yards on the play. Somehow he stayed in bounds, made a sharp cut across the field, and the Wildcats now lead it 13-0 with 6:51 to play in the first quarter.
Wow, that was a shocker that he got loose and got out to the left and literally outran the secondary all the way for the end zone. Wildcats up now 13. Eli Pearson getting ready to kick the ball, and it is up and good.
Let's take a quick timeout. 6:51 to play. First quarter, Oak Ridge on top, 14-0. We'll be back to Lenoir City in 60 seconds. David Clary back here along with Mike Sheehan. Wildcats just like that have the lead. It's 14-0. Wildcats doing good work, making quick work of Lenoir City here in the first quarter as Eli kicks off for the third time in the corner, and once again it goes into the end zone. Great start for the Wildcats. You know, Mike, when Will made the catch on the sideline, I thought maybe he was going to go out of bounds. There was a lot of orange shirts over there, but somehow he got free, then streaked across the field and easily went into the end zone.
Yeah, he ran a diagonal angle, if you will, all the way across from the right side of the field to the left side, and he just kept outrunning all the running backs till he got all the way around the end, and then it was just a foot race to the end zone, and Will's going to win that 9 times out of 10. This time he did, and it's 14-0.
Back on defense go the Wildcats. It's first down, 10 yards to go, 6:51 to play. First quarter, Lenoir City trailing the Wildcats. Once again, pitch will go to the running back. Boom, hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. He'll lose a yard, maybe 2 on the play. The Wildcats hit him strong once again. Trying to look at the number. Looks like Tim Walters along with Dom Vasquez. Looks like Jarrell Jimerson, Caden Stewart all around the play. It'll be for the Panthers a loss of a yard. Second down, 11 yards to go, 6:25 to play. We're in the first period here on FM 92.7, FM 94.7, streaming live on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Loss of a yard, ball's at the 19-yard line. Second down, 11 yards to go. They're moving left to right are the Panthers. Second consecutive year we've been here. Quarterback wants to roll, wants to dump it. Pass is going to be intercepted again. The Wildcats pick it off at the 36-yard line, and once again that is Jarrell Jimerson, his third interception of the season. And just like that, the Wildcats have the ball at the 35-yard line, where it'll be first down, 10 yards to go.
This is an unbelievable turn of events. I wouldn't have think the game would start at anything like this, David. The Wildcats are just playing great defense. That wing T hadn't fooled Oak Ridge one little bit. They were out on that quarterback. Again, he had to rush to throw because the defense was coming down on him, and he let it sail. And Jimerson was the only one near the ball. He just jumped up and caught it and ran forward for about another 7 or 8 yard gain. The Wildcats in excellent position again. 6 minutes and 4 seconds left here in the first quarter, up 14-0.
At the Panther 35-yard line, the Wildcats, Demillion Porter straight up the middle, moves the ball to the outside, and smooth sailing. He has the end zone in front of him, and he's in there. Touchdown, Oak Ridge. The Wildcats score again. I think the Wildcats have had maybe 4 plays, although there's a flag on the play, and we might have had some movement. I don't think that Malik Howard actually got set, and they might bring this one back.
Oh, what a shame. I mean, Demillion got out around round corner, the right corner of the offensive line, and just ran it in by itself, just more or less trotted in because nobody was anywhere near him. But I'm like you, Dale. I think this one's going to come back.
They are stepping yardage off against the Wildcats. It is illegal procedure. I think they snapped the ball before Malik actually got set. I might be incorrect there, but that's what I saw. So it's a 5-yard step off. 5:52 to play. We're in the first quarter. Wildcats have had their way with the Panthers here in the early going. Will Presley is going to be single covered out here to the near sideline. The Wildcats with 2 receivers to the right. A new slot man in there as well. That's Malik. Handoff goes to Demillion once again. Not quite the same kind of running room he had before. He does get about 3. It'll be second down and about 12 yards to go for a first. 5:40 to play. We're in the first quarter from Lenoir City. As play is halted again, the umpire comes in. What's he going to tell us? He's going to go to the referee and they'll talk it over. Got Preston Fetters doing our top camera work. We're on our YouTube channel. Like I said, we could have some choppiness on our stream today because our internet is not very strong. Working the scoreboard here. We got Miles Bergen, Caleb Jackson down on the field, David Urbanowitz along with, Connor Sharp doing camera work for us. Brian Bennett back in the studios. Mark and Shauna Hayes doing statistical work here. 14-0 Wildcats. Second down, 12 yards to go. 5:20 to play here in the first quarter of a 14-0 game with the Wildcats on top. Oak Ridge quarterback Blaine Stansberry rolls to pass, sets up a screen. It's high, but it's caught by Demillion. Got a block from the outside, cuts across the 20, 15, 10. Demillion Porter, touchdown! Another flag. Might have a block in the back. Way up the field. It was totally unnecessary because He was going to go into the end zone. I think we're going to have a first down, a Tim Bank of Oak Ridge first down, but they're going to call it back from the spot and not a touchdown. So back-to-back scores called back because of penalties. I do believe it's going to be a block in the back, but I have not seen an official signal. It is against Oak Ridge. And just not necessary, Mike.
No, absolutely not. Been there, done that. It's not a good feeling whatsoever at all to have the play already by you and you do it behind them. That really doesn't bode well for your team whatsoever at all. But as you say, DeMillion Porter just been so impressive with his running, David. He's so elusive. Nobody's even putting a hand on that young man. He's running wild tonight.
Ball's at the 16-yard line after the penalty. It's first down, 10 yards to go. It is a 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down. 5 minutes to play in the first quarter, 14-0. Blaine Stansbury high pass, catches it on a dead run and will run. 20, cuts to the left side, breaks 2 tackles, and a quick whistle. Yeah, Blaine wasn't totally down. It probably saved his life because he was about to get pounded. The snap was too high. Blaine went back to get it and then tried to recover and lost about 5 on the play.
It could have been a whole lot worse if it gotten over Blaine's head. Blaine did as good a job as he possibly could to get out of that situation, but now it brings up, looks like second and about almost 20 for the Wildcats.
4:29 to play. First quarter, 14-0. The Wildcats have Jarrell Jimerson and Adam Washington split to the left. Will Presley, Malik Howard to the right side. The Wildcats have DeMillion Porter in the backfield. Wildcats in motion with Jarrell. He fakes the pitch to him, looks to the end zone, throws it there, passes up for grabs. Touchdown, Oak Ridge! Malik Howard goes up and gets it, pulls it down, and the third touchdown is on the board for the Wildcats with 4:09 to play in the first quarter, and it's 20-0 Oak Ridge.
Unbelievable. He lofted that pass up there. Malik went up and got it. The defender was hanging all over him, but Malik literally drug him into the end zone, and the Wildcats go up 20-0.
Oak Ridge, the number 6 ranked team in the state of Tennessee right now in 6A football, trying to go 3-0 on the year. Facing Lenoir City for the second consecutive year. The Wildcats have already scored more points here in the first quarter than they did the entire game last year against Lenoir City. Oak Ridge won last year's game 17-7 here on this field under Coach Scott Cummings. Brand new coach here, and it's been all Oak Ridge. I know this is not the way Lenoir City wanted to start because with their ball control offense, like I said, what they want is they want to control the ball and keep the ball out of the hands of the Wildcats, but they've turned the ball over twice, and the Wildcats have had short fields to drive, and they'll go for another extra point. Eli Pearson, high snap again, kick is on its way, it's drilled good. 21-0 Oak Ridge, 4:09 to play third quarter. We'll be back to Lenoir City in 60 seconds. Well, here we are back again. We're getting a lot of commercials in early on. It's 21-0 Oak Ridge, 4:09 to play. Wildcats getting ready to kick off again. They were obviously penalized, so they're having to kick off now from the 25-yard line. Must have been an unsportsmanlike conduct call, but let's see how he hits it well again. Backing the return man back inside the 5 to the 10, 15, 20, up the middle. And then the tackle is made, I think, by Liam Gerber and a couple other guys. That is Tony on the return. It'll be 1st and 10, Lenoir City. Their best starting field position. The thing they've got to do is quit turning the ball over. They have thrown 2 interceptions, which have led to Oak Ridge scores.
And again, that pressure defense Oak Ridge is doing, putting them up front. Linebackers are penetrating different ones every time, and the Wildcats are really getting on top of the Panthers, so it's really making life difficult for their quarterback to get any good passes off.
4:01 to play first quarter. Great start for the Wildcats, 21-0. Once again, a tight formation. Quarterback's going to run it, and he's going to run right into a couple Wildcats there. Tim Walters, Blake Woody, along with Dom Vasquez and others. I mean, Wildcats are getting a lot of pressure in there, and it'll be on the play. A gain of a yard. 2nd down and 9 yards to go. 3 minutes, 43 seconds to play first quarter. 21-0. The Wildcats on top. Here come the Panthers to the line, which is their own 36-yard line. They're moving left to right, heading towards their field house here at Lenoir City. It's a beautiful site for a football field. It's an older stadium, but it's nice. Quarterback's going to roll to his left, hand it off. He's going to run right into Amonte Bishop and a host of Wildcats who drop him back at the 34-yard line. The Wildcats, Blake Woody again. Bishop was the first man there, and the Wildcats had, looks like, Jarrell Jimerson. Just about every white shirt was around him. It's going to be a loss on the play of 2. It'll be 3rd down and 11 yards to go.
Tyree Porter also there on the stop for the Wildcats. He just got swarmed in, and the Wildcats are really playing tough defense right now, David. They lost a yard on that play.
From the 34-yard line, 3rd down, 11. Big play, I think, for Lenoir City. Trying to get back in this ball game. There was some movement. Hand off to the running back, and he is tackled. Wildcats drop him once again right around the 39-yard line. I believe that was Jay on the carry. Might have been Wildcats' Tim Walters on the stop. It's 4th down again. They just cannot get first downs. The Wildcats are going to get the ball again.
Yeah, they are. I'll tell you, this defense for Oak Ridge has just played great. They're spread out, and it seems like they're there everywhere the ball is, and they're just swarming on the Panthers as they're about to punt the ball away to the Wildcats. Oh, block punt.
But it's going to be taking a roll and get away from it. Ball is going to be rolling dead right at the 31-yard line, and that is where Oak Ridge will take over. And Wildcats, let's see if he's okay. One of the Wildcats a little slow to get up, and while they attend to him, why don't we take an injury timeout? This injury timeout is brought to you by East Tennessee Spine and Sport. We'll be back to Lenoir City in 60 seconds. Welcome back once again to Lenoir City. First down, 10 yards to go. DeMillion Porter, 30, 35, 40, 45. Touchdown Oak Ridge. DeMillion, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5. Into the end zone. DeMillion Porter. Touchdown Wildcats. Crazy ball game. 1:45. The clock should have stopped. The Wildcats have another touchdown on the board. It is 27-0. Oak Ridge. We're still in the first quarter. I haven't been able to keep up with my tweets, Mike. The Wildcats are scoring points so quickly.
Yeah, that 69-yard touchdown run by DeMillion Porter. Just a thing of beauty. He hits the hole so fast, he gets by the line of scrimmage. The linebackers are caught on their heels, and they're trying to turn around. By the time they turn around, he's gone. Beautiful run again.
High snap. Eli Pearson's kick is up, and it is good. Let's see. Might have been a flag on the play. I don't think so. 28-0 Wildcats. A minute 44 to play, third quarter. We'll be back once again to Lenoir City to send it off to Brian. We'll be back in 60 seconds. And we appreciate Todd Fox and all of our sponsors on our YouTube channel and FM 92.7. Remember, we're going to have a trivia question at halftime from Fats Barbecue. The first caller who gets the correct answer. And I've made the question a little bit tougher as Eli kicks off again for the fifth time. And another touchback. 28-0 Oak Ridge. We're in the first quarter still. A minute 44 to play. I can't keep up. I know DeMillion has a touchdown. Will Presley has a touchdown, and Malik Howard has a touchdown since I've been able to tweet. And then I think Will's got two.
Yeah, Will Presley has two, a 28-yarder and a 64-yarder. So, yeah, the Wildcats have just scored crazily. 22 yards to Malik and a 69-yard touchdown run just now by DeMillion Porter.
You know, if you're the head coach, the new head coach of the Lenoir City Panthers who's trying to build a program, it's kind of – I mean, what do you say to your team? I mean, you're down 28-0 as they're going to hand it off straight up the middle, and there's nothing there. I mean, the Wildcats just pop him right at the 22-yard line, maybe a yard or so on the play. Wildcats make the stop, and I believe the stop was made by Nate Stevens. Wildcats also having the ball game, number 62, that's Jeremiah Strickland. Wildcats don't have Tim in. He was the guy that came out earlier. Wildcats have Dominic Vasquez in the ballgame. Malik Howard's playing defense. Jarrell Jimerson, Caden Stewart. Looks like Amante Bishop. Looks like Quavez Williams. And here's the pitch to the tailback, and he is hit and dropped at the 25-yard line, where it's now going to be third down and 5 yards to go. Caden Stewart credited with the tackle. We're under a minute to play in the first quarter. It's been all Oak Ridge, 28-0 the score. We'll have the scoring summary at halftime. We'll have Mark's statistics, and I'll have that trivia question from Fats Barbecue. So get ready for that. $30 value at Fats Barbecue in the Elm Grove Shopping Center. You're going to need to be a little older maybe to answer this trivia today. 3rd and 5, the pitch to the running back. And he moves the ball for first down, or close to it. Yeah, he got a good spot. That's a first down for Lenoir City. Blake Woody there on the stop. But the second first down, I believe, of the game for the Panthers.
That's correct, David. Wildcats just couldn't quite get over the good blind block on that time by the Panthers. So they got their second first down of the game, moved the ball all the way out to the 25-yard line. The clock running, the first quarter is almost over.
Let's take a quick break. Let's send it off to Brian Bennett. 28-0 our score. Back in 90 seconds. Welcome back once again to Lenoir City. First quarter was a success, I guess you could say. 28-0, the Wildcats in the lead over the Panthers. The Wildcats trying to go 3-0 on the year. The state poll came out this week. The Wildcats are number 6 in the state. And if the polls don't matter in a tournament sport, but you want to be in the top 10.
Yeah, definitely. And the Wildcats have positioned themselves well for after just 2 games in the season. Hopefully they'll just keep getting better and keep ranking higher. They're really impressive right now. We'll know how good they are next week. We've got DB coming to town.
Yeah, that'll be a home ball game. Dobbins-Bennett will be at Blankenship Field. Then the following week, I believe we're going to Bradley Central. That's a gain of 3 on the play on that first play of the second quarter. The Oak Ridge Wild Band is here. I believe they'll be playing at halftime. I hear the Lenoir City Band playing somewhere. I'm not sure exactly where they are. The Oak Ridge section across the way is totally full as Lenoir City comes to the line, which is their own 33. They're now moving right to left. Pitch to the tailback. He is hit at the 36-yard line, stuck right in the middle of the line. The stop is made by the Wildcats, number 73, Dominic Vasquez. It'll be for the Panthers. Third down, we'll call it 5 yards to go. 11 minutes to play, third quarter. 28-0 is our score.
You know, Dominic Vasquez really has played great for the last 2 weeks, and he's not let up a bit tonight. That young man gets in there and mixes it up. He gets off his blocker really quick, and he makes a lot of tackles for the Wildcats.
Ball's at the Lenoir City 36. Third down, long 5 to go. The pitch to the running back. He's hit at the 37-yard line by Caden Stewart, finished off by Nate Stevens, Blake Woody, and one other Wildcat. It's fourth down facing the Panthers, and they're going to bring the punt unit in. You know, they have to, basically. Down 28-0. There's still a lot of football to be played. You can't really go for it right now because as quickly as that's scoring, with this short field, it's liable to be 35-0.
Yeah, really, that's the truth. If that punter hadn't done so well, I don't think the Wildcats would have more than that. But he's done an excellent job of punting for the Lenoir City fans.
Here's the kick. It's a knuckleball. Wildcats are going to field it, then fumble it. Jarrell Jimerson tried to catch a knuckleball over his left shoulder. Really didn't have a good angle. I think probably they told him on the sideline, you need to start catching these because they're getting good rolls. That time he just didn't have a great angle on it, and Lenoir City recovers, and they have great field position. 1st and 10.
Yeah, it actually went over his head, and like you said, he tried to field it like an outfielder, and it actually bounced off his shoulder pad. Lenoir City fell right on it. Best field position of the night for the Panthers on their own 28.
On the Oak Ridge 28. As they'll heading right to left here. 9:55 to play. First half, 28-0. We'll have Mike's scoring summary at halftime. We'll have Mark and Shauna's stats. Might take a listen to the Wild Band. Who knows? We get a chance. We got to get You got to pay the bills, Mike, as Lenoir City has it first down, 10 yards to go at the 28. Running back gets the call. He has good running room. Across the 25 to the 20, down to the 19-yard line, where it'll be close to a Lenoir City first down.
Caden Jay there on the carry for the Lenoir City Panthers. He went off left tackle and found a hole in there and squirted way up in there now. The 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball all the way down to the Oak Ridge 19.
Second down, 1 yard to go, 9:30 to play and counting. Live here from Lenoir City. Up to the line they'll come. Quarterback hands it to the back, and before that we might have an illegal procedure against Lenoir City, which will cost them 5 yards and make it a little bit more difficult. It'll be 2nd and 6. 28-0 the score. Will Presley has 2 touchdowns. Malik Howard has 1. Demillion Porter has 1. We've had a couple of them called back, but we eventually scored anyway. The Wildcats lead it 28-0. Last year, the final score, Mike, it was much closer, 17-7, totally different game.
Yeah, totally different is right. The Wildcat defense has just been downright stifling up till this last drive. The Panthers hurt himself with that 5-yard penalty, but they're moving the ball against the Wildcats on this drive right this moment.
Let's say hello to the Oak Ridge Cross Country team who's watching our broadcast at their cross country camp. I know one of our camera guys, Grayson Brown's with that group. Glad to have you aboard. 2nd and 6, the pitch to the tailback, and he's going to be tackled by Tim Walters right around the 22-yard line. Big Tim makes the stop. We got one of the Wildcats down. It'll be third down, and it looks like about 3 yards to go. The ball's at the 22-yard line. 9:04 to play. Third down, we'll call it a long 3 for a first.
I tell you, Tim Walters is an impressive young man. He is very large, very strong, and he moves really quickly. He's got great feet and great hands. Another great tackler for the Wildcats.
Mike, aren't you glad you're not playing football now with all these big guys?
Oh, yeah, definitely I am.
Third down, we'll call it a long 3 to go. Snap is low, handoff. Goes for about a yard, maybe 2. It's going to be fourth down and about 2. And obviously it's 4-down territory for Lenoir City. Nate Stevens there on the stop. He got a pretty good spot. They put it officially down at the 20. So it's fourth down and about a yard and a half to go. Down to 8:21 to play. Second quarter, 28-0 is our score. Trying to get out of here before any rain might happen. I know around 10 o'clock we might get a little rain. Hopefully we'll be long gone by then.
I hope so. I'm not as much worried about the rain as I am the lightning.
Here comes the handoff to the running back, and he is hit and pushed back. I don't think he's going to get it. He got a decent spot, but I think he's still going to be shy by about a half a yard, and then a late flag comes in. It's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct against Oak Ridge. King Sandoval there on the stop. Tim might have said something, and the official heard it, and that's going to give them, it was not going to be a first down, but I think the penalty will give Lenoir City a first down if indeed it is. One of the Panthers is down while we have another injury timeout. Let's send it back to the station. Oak Ridge on top of Lenoir City 28-0. We'll be back to Lenoir City in 60 seconds. I stand corrected, ladies and gentlemen. The unsportsmanlike conduct call was against the Panthers, so Oak Ridge takes over. First down, 10 yards to go. The ball is going to be right at the 12-yard line where it'll be first down and 10 yards to go. Wildcat quarterback is Blaine Stansberry. That band continues to play constantly down in front of us here. Wildcat quarterback is Blaine Stansberry. The Wildcats have receivers left and right, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, one lone running back. First down, 10. Blaine's got time all day. Goes deep. Passes there. Here's the man. It's got it. 50, 45-yard line. First down, a Tim Bank of Oak Ridge first down. Jarrell Jimerson on the reception. First and 10 Wildcats.
What a beautiful pass. And he did. He had 8 or 9 seconds to throw that ball, and Jimerson got up under it and all the way down to the 43.
Wildcats going fast. Here's Demillion Porter outside and tackled at around the 38-yard line. Short gain on the short side of the field. The Wildcats went quickly. They got to the line. Lenoir City had to run back quickly. The Wildcats wanting to go fast. Here they come to the line once again. The ball's at the 38-yard line. Receivers left and right. Second down, and they say 5 yards to go. Stansbury has the snap. Here comes Demillion Porter, 35. 30. Demillion Porter, 25. Down to the 23-yard line. It's a 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down. There's a flag on the Lenoir City sideline here. We might have a hold. This might be coming back.
Yeah, I think so, David. That one, the official hasn't ruled exactly yet, but it does look like it's going to go against the Panthers after another big gain by the Wildcats. As I say that, the Wildcats look like they're backing up. I'm just not sure. They're still talking about it. Having a rather long conversation on exactly what transpired on this play. Wildcats up 28-0 with 7 minutes and 24 seconds left in the first half. And it is going against the Wildcats, David. Looks like a, what? Holding, I believe.
As the ball's put back, all the way back to the 47-yard line. The Wildcats will have it. Second down, 15 yards to go. Wildcats have the ball at the 47-yard line. Once again, Blaine Stansbury has a high snap. Porter once again cuts across the grain up to the 42-yard line. With 7:04 to play, it'll be a gain on the play. Mike, hold this for a second.
Good again, a good blocking up front by the Wildcats. The big guys up front. Wait a minute. Jared Bafford, Elijah Young, and Caden Chipman up front for the Wildcats.
Third down, 9 yards to go. Blaine's going to pass. Now he's in trouble. Running. Got a block. Goes down the way. Pass thrown out of bounds. Incomplete. There's a receiver in the area, so it won't be grounding. See, we got another flag. We do. Let's see where. There's too many flags here. On the near side, the Wildcats have not gone to the far side. They keep going this near side line. It's going to be a legal shift against the Wildcats, I believe. 6:32 to play. We'll get the radio going here once again. Looks like we have it going. We'll get Mark to fix that. I'm sure Brian's gone to the stream. Apologize for that. Miles is working on that. And with 6:32 to play, the Wildcats going backwards.
Yeah, they're going the wrong way now. These penalties are really hurting the Wildcats. And they're getting behind the sticks now, for sure. It brings up third and way long for the Wildcats as the ball's all the way back to the 43-yard line now.
It'll be third down and 20 yards to go. We appreciate you watching our stream on our YouTube channel, Prep Radio. Wildcats getting players in and out. Adam Washington will be a receiver to the right. Malik Howard, Jarrell Jimerson, Will Presley to the far left. Demillion Porter is the running back. Wildcats third down, officially 25 yards to go. Not a great snap. Here's a little screen pass. It's going to be caught. 50. Malik Howard 40, 35-30, 25-20. Malik Howard streaking to the end zone. Touchdown on a horse collar, but it'll count. 5 minutes, 52 seconds to play in the second quarter, and it's 34-0. Malik Howard, his longest touchdown reception of his career.
And a beautiful 52-yard run by Malik, David. What a great job he did of hauling that pass in and eluding the would-be defenders. And then he grabbed him by the horse collar, right by the back of the shoulder pads right behind his helmet, drug him backwards, but thank goodness he's not hurt. But he did score, and the Wildcats go up 34-0.
And Eli Pearson will attempt the extra point. 34-0 is our score. Wildcats, Adam Washington will hold. Eventually, it is a touchdown. They do signal it's personal foul, horse collar against the Panthers. And the Wildcats will go for the extra point. 5 minutes, 52 seconds to play, 34-0 Wildcats. Good snap, the hold is on its way, it's up, and it is good. 35-0 Oak Ridge. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 90 seconds. Welcome back once again to Lenoir City. Wildcats on top 35-0. 5 minutes, 52 seconds to play in the first half, Mike. It has been all Oak Ridge. Lenoir City has not found an answer for our passing game at all. I don't know what Blake's totals are, but he's got to have a ton of yards.
Oh, he has to have. I mean, that was a 57-yarder right there to Malik. That was a great speed by Malik. And look at that. He kicked the ball all the way out of the end zone, bounced off the fence. They've not had much of a chance for a return whatsoever. Eli is kicking the air out of the ball.
I was thinking if the score wasn't so bad, they might want to try, since on the horse collar, they were kicking off from this side of the Lenoir City side. And I thought maybe if the score wasn't so bad, they might try a short, maybe an onside or pooch kick, but you don't want to just kind of embarrass the other team.
35-0, I'm in total shock myself. I would have never dreamed Oak Ridge could have played that well in the first half to lead this much, this quick. And there's still almost 6 minutes left here in the first half.
Wildcats back on defense. There's nothing on that first run, maybe a yard up to the 21-yard line. I would assume here pretty soon Coach Rang and his team are going to start substituting players into the game, because they'll probably let the starters go the first half if it stays like this, and then hopefully we'll get a whole bunch of other young guys in the ball game in the second half.
Yeah, we're going to have a struggle keeping up with all the new numbers in the second half. I feel sure of that. But right now the Wildcats still have all their starters in there.
But you know what's going to happen? We're going to have a running clock if it stays like this too, so we might get out of here really fast. Second down, 8 yards to go. Once again, the running back, good hold there, and he's nearly stripped of the ball. Gets up to the 28-yard line, maybe the 29. He's still going to be short of a first down. It'll be third down. The stop is made by the Wildcats, Zayden Williams. It'll be officially a gain up to the 28-yard line. It'll be third down and 2.
Zayden Williams there on the stop for the Wildcats. Running for the Panthers was Brian Phillips.
Third down, a long yard for a first. 4 minutes, 44 seconds to play. We're in the second quarter, 35-0. The Wildcats in the lead. Once again, they'll come up. Power eye to the right side. Hand off to the back, and he has a first down. Stop is made across the 35 up to the 33-yard line. Looks like Jarrell Jemerson, Tyree Porter around the play. It'll be first and 10, Lenoir City.
Yeah, just a good push that time by the Panthers. Right up the middle, really. I was surprised about that run, but they moved it all the way out to the 33-yard line, got a first down, and with 4 minutes and 14 seconds left, Lenoir City's got plenty of time to score. Let's see if they can do it.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball is at the 33-yard line. They're moving right to left. You're listening to us on the radio. Hand off to the back, and he got a full head of steam and ran into Quavez Williams and one other Wildcat. Tackled at the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2. Dominic Vasquez, the other guy on the stop. It'll be second down. We'll call it more like 7 yards to go. 3:42 to play. We're in the second quarter. Remember, we'll have the Laura Lynn Green halftime show, and that'll feature the Haste halftime report with Mark and Shauna Haste. We'll have Mike's scoring summary, and we'll do the trivia as well. So stay tuned for that. You can win a $30 voucher to Fats Barbecue. Hand off to the running back, and he is met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. He might have gotten back to the 35-yard line, so now it is going to be third down and maybe 8 yards to go. Caden Stewart and a host of other make the stop there. Officially, they put it down at the 36. It is going to be third down and 7 yards to go.
You know, Lenoir City's giving it their all, David, but the Wildcats defense, as usual, has come up really tough. I mean, we've played 2 games already, and they've only scored 26 points against us. So this defense has been tough from the get-go.
And Lenoir City's tried to pass the ball. They've thrown interceptions in this game, 2 interceptions. They've gotten away from the passing game. Here's the pitch to the tailback, the running back. He lowers his shoulder, and he's going to be just shy of a first down by about a yard. It'll be fourth down and 1 yard to go for the Panthers. Good hard run, though, off the right side. Stop is made out there, and it'll be, as I mentioned, fourth and a yard to go. It's a tough call for Lenoir City here. You're down 35. Well, they kind of have to. It's 35-0. They only need a yard.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here with just 2 minutes and 11 seconds left, and they've moved the ball all the way out to about the 42-yard line. So I'd say they're going to go for it, 4th down and 1 with just under 2 minutes to go.
Ball at the 42-yard line of the Panthers. Just less than a yard to go. 5-yard penalty would be nice here. He did move. Handoff goes to the back, and he is hit. Picked up by Tim Walters on a fumble, and the Wildcats have it. 1st down, 10 yards to go. Right in the middle of the line, he got popped. The ball came out. Tim came up with it. 1st and 10 Wildcats. Things just not going the way of the Panthers, and the Oak Ridge offense is on the field once again. 1:43 to play in the first half. 35-0 Oak Ridge.
A 10-yard gain by Walters on that play. Man, what a great play that was. I didn't see how the ball came loose. All I saw was Tim running up through the middle of the line, and 10 yards later they finally tackled him, or he would have been in the end zone. Moved it all the way down to the Panther 32-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Wildcats with 1:43 seconds. That's an eternity for this team.
Preston Fetters doing camera work up top. Miles Bergen with us. Caleb Jackson, David Urbanowitz, along with Connor Sharp. Brian at the station. Stansbury, he's going to pass. Is caught by Jarrell Jemerson. Lots of room. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Oak Ridge. Jarrell Jemerson scores. Touchdown number 6 for the Wildcats here in the first half. 1:28 and counting. The Wildcats will go for the extra point. So Lenoir City struggling ever so much offensively and defensively. They're giving their all for sure, but the Wildcats just outmanning them. That's all you can say.
And Blaine Stanberry has really been on target tonight. I'm anxious to see what Mark Hayes is going to tell us how many passing yards he's had here in this first half. It's at least 200 yards.
41-0 Oak Ridge. High snap, no pressure, kick is up, and it is good. Eli Pearson, 6 for 6 on extra points. 42-0 Oak Ridge. We're in the first half. 1:27 to play in the first half. Let's send it back once again. Brian Bennett's back at the radio station. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
That's why I left earlier. Traffic on the interstate.
Welcome back once again to Lenoir City. Eli Pearson's kick goes into the end zone. Appreciate all of our sponsors. As I mentioned, Fast Barbecue, we're going to have a trivia question at some point during halftime, so listen for that and listen to the number. The number is going to be 310-7207. The person who gets the correct answer will win a $30 voucher at Fast Barbecue, which is in the Elm Grove Shopping Center. This one's a little tougher, I think. You have to be maybe a little older to get this one right.
Yeah, a whole lot older, like when I played.
Wow. Leather helmet days as the ball is put at the 20-yard line. 1:27 to play in the game, in the first half of the game. 42-0 is our score. I haven't been able to tweet all these scores. My good friend and our good friend, big hit by Blake Woody. And Blake drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Connor Goldmeyer texted me a minute ago. He said I called the touchdown at the 50-yard line. When Dominion was running it in, I knew he was going to go in, and he was making fun of me. I called a touchdown when he was still at the 50.
It happens, you know. Connor's he's one of our better athletes. I remember that really long play he had for a touchdown. It was on your highlight film before the season started.
At Oodlewall. It was.
Yeah.
Here comes the handoff to the back, and he is going to be dragged down at the 22-yard line. See who's got there. Nate Stevens, Monte Bishop, and we're down to under a minute to play, 50 seconds to play. They've gotten maybe a yard. Coach Rang's not going to call a timeout. I mean, if the game was a little closer, he probably would because we're going to get possession again, but you just don't want to embarrass these guys. They wanted to play us. We're a 6A school. They're a 5A school. We're bigger than them. We've got more athletes, at least this particular team, and you don't want to embarrass them.
No, absolutely.
They're so nice to us here.
Oh, yeah, they are. They're very nice here. And, Shelley Sexton is one of their athletic directors. She was up here earlier asking if we needed anything. This is really a class place to be, Lenoir City, Tennessee.
Remember, a timeout is asked for this time by Lenoir City. We'll hold it right here, Brian. 42-0. Wildcats have just scored whenever they've wanted to. It has not been difficult. I can only remember maybe 3 plays total where Lenoir City has slowed down Oak Ridge from either scoring or, 8 or 10-yard gains. It's just been very, very tough. And the Wildcats, trying to win their 3rd game. They're the 6th-ranked team in the state of Tennessee. Things will get a lot tougher, as you said. Next week, Dobbins-Bennett is the opponent at Blankenship Field. That'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff. Lenoir City just outmanned.
Yeah, they definitely are, David. We're outsizing them. We're better athletes. We have more height, way more speed. And Blaine Stansberry, what a night that young man has had. He has really been on tonight. He's thrown passes to Will Presley twice, Malik Howard, and Jarrell Jemerson. Thank you.
Here comes Lenoir City. They have it 3rd down, 9 yards to go. The ball is at the Panther 21-yard line. The Wildcats playing deep safety with Dylan Woody in the ball game. Quarterback gets the snap. Here comes the reverse play, and they are going to lose a yard or 2. Let's see if Coach Rang does elect to call a timeout. I don't think he will. Down to 18 seconds and counting. 42-0 is our score. Let's take a quick timeout. We are live at Lenoir City High School. The Wildcats on top of the half, 42-0. We'll come back and look at the scoring summary. It's the Laura Lynn Green halftime show. We'll be back with Mike's scoring summary following this 3-minute timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field, the Oak Ridge High School Marching Band. The band is conducted by drum majors Cynthia Marcus Brock and Lilu Nayad, performing their 2025 competitive show, Playbill, a tribute to music of the 70s. The show features music from Broadway productions like Les Mis, Phantom of the Opera, Jesus Christ Superstar, West Side Story, and Wicked, under the direction of Michael Sturko and Sean Rutherford. With assistant directors Alex Cantrell and Ashaya Spencer. Guard under the direction of Irari Jacobo, Tommy Francis, and Audrey Aiken. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
David Clary back here at Lenoir City High School, along with Mike Sheehan, Mark and Shauna Hayes, Caleb Jackson, along with Miles Bergen, along with Preston Fetters, David Urbanowitz, and Connor Sharp. Brian Bennett back in the studios. The Oak Ridge Wild Band is playing. Here's the Wild Man with the scoring summary, Mike Sheehan.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it. It has been a wild night here at Lenoir City High School, particularly for the Oak Ridge Wildcats. Start this game off with 9 minutes and 55 seconds, a little over 2 minutes in the game. Blaine Stansbury threw a 28-yard touchdown pass to Will Presley. Will caught it out in the flat, eluded all the other defenders, ran into the end zone for the first score of the night. Wildcats up 6-0. Then Eli Pearson came in, kicked the ball between the uprights, and just like that, Wildcats were up 7-0. And then the Wildcats played great defense. They punted, got a good punt all the way down to the 64-yard line. But then, again, Blaine Stansbury backed up, threw a beautiful rainbow pass to Will Presley, who again made 2 great moves, eluded the would-be tacklers, ran into the end zone from 64 yards out, and the Wildcats went up 13-0. Then Eli Pearson came in and kicked the ball between the uprights, and the Wildcats led 14-0. Then with 4 minutes and 9 seconds, still in the first quarter, an illegal procedure penalty on the Wildcats moved the ball back to the 40-yard line. Wildcats gained 5 yards. And then Will Presley threw a 22-yard touchdown pass to Malik Howard. Malik made a tremendous move to get away from the would-be tackler, showed more speed than I've seen all year long. Malik ran it in from 22 yards out. The Wildcats went up 20-0. Then Eli Pearson came in, and just like that, with still 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter, the Wildcats went up 21-0. Then, just a few moments later, Emilion Porter had a 69-yard run, and the Wildcats went up 27-0. Eli Pearson again came in and kicked the ball between the uprights, and the Wildcats led at the half, 28-0. Really a shocker for the Wildcats, playing great defense all along to keep the Lenoir City Panthers out of the end zone. Then in the second quarter, with 5 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first half, Blaine Stansbury hooked up with Jarrell Jemerson, and the Wildcats went up 34-0. And then Eli Pearson's kick was good, and the Wildcats went up 35-0. Then with a minute and 28 seconds left in the game, Jarrell Jemerson caught a 32-yard pass from Blaine Stansbury, and the Wildcats went up 41-0. Eli Pearson came in, kicked the ball between the uprights, and just like that, the Wildcats lead here at the half, 42-0. I'm sure we're going to have a running clock here in the second half. So far, the Wildcats have played nothing short of outstanding. Now back to the voice of the Wildcats, David Clary.
Thanks a lot. Now it's time to give our trivia question. The whole thing there, David, take it away.
Fats Barbecue, where family atmosphere meets terrific service. For the past 30 years, we've proudly served our community from our storefront at 366 East Tennessee Avenue, Oak Ridge, 37830. In addition to our beloved restaurant, we also offer a food truck and catering services, ensuring we bring our delicious barbecue to you wherever you are. Our commitment is to create a welcoming space where everyone feels like they truly belong. Fats is offering a family meal with $30 value each game, starting tonight to the first caller at 865-310-7207. To answer this trivia question, the trivia question is, Oak Ridge is playing Lenoir City tonight for the 15th time since 1944. Two of Oak Ridge's coaches claimed Lenoir City as their home. One was a head coach at Oak Ridge and the other an assistant head coach, but became a head coach at the college level. Both won multiple state titles in their roles at Oak Ridge. Who were they?
Thanks a lot, David. And the number, once again, is area code 865-310-7207. And you will win a $30 voucher to Fats Barbecue. Once again, the trivia question that David said, Oak Ridge is playing Lenoir City for the 15th time since 1944. Two Oak Ridge coaches claimed Lenoir City as their home. One was a head coach at Oak Ridge and the other an assistant head coach, but became a head coach at the college level. Both won multiple state titles in their roles at Oak Ridge. Who were they? Well, the winner will win a $30 voucher from Fats Barbecue. I know that one's a little bit tough. You have to go back a few years, but hopefully we'll have a winner. So far the phone is lit up and we've had some incorrect answers. Maybe we'll give you a hint in a moment. We'll take a break, send it back to Brian Bennett when we come back on the Laura Lynn Green State Farm halftime show. Mark Hayes will have the first half statistics. It's been all Oak Ridge, 42-0 our score. We'll be back to Lenoir City following this 3-minute timeout.
Oak Ridge High School marching band.
These people are watching.
Yeah. Hello, what's your answer? Who? No, sorry.
Somebody said Scott Henry. Right.
I have to give everybody a hint that the stadium's named after it.
Panther fans, help me welcome to the field the 2025 Lenoir City High School Panther marching band. The band is under the direction of Zach Swimp and Emily Allen, assisted by Ernesto Viola. Color guard instructors Amber Taylor and Kirsten Benet. Drum majors Abby Holm and Piper Smallin. Band leadership Mia Peterson, Molly Bridges, Caden Kreider, C.C. Foster, Rosalind Level, and Jack Fitzgerald.
Marquez back here at Lenoir City High School, where Oak Ridge on top of the Panthers by a score of 42-0. Looking at the statistics for the Oak Ridge Wildcats first, Demillion Porter leads on the ground with 82 yards on 6 rushes. He's averaging 13.7 yards per carry. His long is 69 yards. Blaine Stansbury has 1 rush for -5 yards. So as a team, the Wildcats have rushed the ball 7 times, 77 yards. That's 11 yards per carry average as a team. Let's see, through the air, Blaine Stansbury, 8 of 8 for 292. His long is a 57-yard touchdown pass. Receiving, Oak Ridge is led tonight by Will Presley. He has 2 receptions for 93 yards. Malik Howard, 3 receptions for 92 yards. Jarrell Jimerson has 2 receptions for 77 yards. And Demillion Porter has a 30-yard reception. So as a team, the Wildcats have 77 yards on the ground on 7 carries, 292 yards through the air on 8 receptions, for a total offense tonight of 369 total offensive yards in the first half. The Oak Ridge Wildcats have 9 first downs in the first half. They've been penalized 6 times for 64 yards. Now looking at Lenoir City, they were led on the ground by Jay Kaquire. He has 14 carries for 36 yards. Bequire Phillips has 7 carries for 19 yards. Elquire Whaley has 5 carries for 11 yards. And Esquire, these names cannot be right. Risher has 1 carry for 4 yards. Their quarterback tonight, number 4, he's 1 of 3 for 11 yards. Receiving the reception was number 21. As a team, the Panthers have 70 yards on the ground. They have 11 yards through the air for a total offense in the first half of 81 yards. They have 3 first downs, 2 penalties for 20 yards. So look at the team side by side. Rushing yards, Oak Ridge has 77. Powell, 70. Passing yards, Oak Ridge, 292. Powell, 11. Total offense, Oak Ridge, 369 total offensive yards. Lenoir City, 81. First downs, Oak Ridge has 9. Lenoir City has 3. Penalties, Oak Ridge, 6 penalties for 64 yards. Lenoir City, 20 penalties, or rather 2 penalties for 20 yards. And that is the halftime statistics, with Oak Ridge on top by a score of 42-0. David?
Thanks a lot, Mark. We have had a lot of different answers to the trivia question. I thought it might be a little bit too hard. We've had a lot of calls, though. Mike, what are some of the answers they've given you?
Chick Granning, a lot of Scott Cummings, and we got another call coming in right now. Hold on, David.
I'll give you a little hint. The assistant coach was on the 79 and 80 state championship. He was on the staff of the 79 and 80 state championship team. He was the defensive coordinator. The head coach, who was the head coach here at Oak Ridge and from Lenoir City, won a national championship, and a stadium might be named after him. Mike?
Yeah, that's a good hint right there, David, no doubt about it. A lot of people know who that person is. And I'll tell you also, he was my coach when I was in high school in 1968.
Need 66. Halftime score, the Wildcats on top 42-0. Let's send it back to Brian once again as the phone continues to ring. Eventually, we're going to give away this $30 voucher to Fats Barbecue, and located in the Elm Grove Shopping Center. 42-0 our score. We'll be back with our winner. They're still calling. Nobody's gotten it yet. 42-0 and a half. We'll be back following this 4-minute timeout.
Passing yards in a game? Yeah. And then we're going to take it. I asked if they could throw after Washington and you should go on the first play of the second half. I got shut.
Thank you, Lenoir City High School Panther Marching Band. The show this week is brought to you by Knoxville TVA Credit Union, Local Press, First Baptist Church of Lenoir City, and the premier residence at Chelsea Village. Thank you for sponsoring the band.
What's that? Oh, yeah. Mr. Myers will be there.
Alec would be glad to hear you.
Yeah. Which one? What's that? Put it at like 2:30 in a second. When it hits 2:30.
You know, if he hadn't had those calls back, he would have got that.
I'm going back to my job. That's a normal name, but I've heard that before.
Welcome back to Lenoir City. It's 42-0 Oak Ridge at the half, and we finally got a winner. We probably had, 30 or 40 calls.
Yeah, at least. It seemed like a lot, and a lot of people were guessing close, but no cigar. But we finally got a winner.
I'll give you the answer. Well, actually, Miles Bergen, who was the winner?
Kim Purcell.
Kim Purcell is the winner of a $30 voucher from Fats Barbecue. The answer to the question, and I'll kind of spell it out to you, the head coach at Oak Ridge, who was from Lenoir City, played at Lenoir City, retired to Lenoir City, was Jack Armstrong, who the stadium is named for. The assistant coach, who became the head coach at Austin Peay University, who was from Lenoir City, is Paul Brewster, and on the 79 and 80 state championship team. So Jack Armstrong and Paul Brewster were the answer. And you played for Jack Armstrong, didn't you?
Absolutely, I did. Every year I was here, except my freshman year, and that was Buddy Pope.
Mike, I'm going to give you the mic for about a minute here. Kind of recap the first half for us.
Well, it's been a very interesting first half, especially for the Wildcats. They played much better than I thought they would, David, and they was just, surprised me with how well they played. Blaine Stansberry, as you heard Mark say, threw for 292 yards there in the first half. And he threw the ball to Will Presley for 28 yards, Will Presley for 64 yards, Malik Howard for 22 yards. Then Demillion Porter had a 69-yard touchdown run. And then Blaine Stansberry threw a 57-yard pass to Malik Howard. And then Jarrell Jemerson got in on the act from Blaine Stansberry for a 32-yarder. So the Wildcats passing game has really been kicking on all cylinders tonight, and the Wildcats lead here at the halftime 42-0. I'm sure we're going to have a running clock. And now back to the voice of the Wildcats, David Claret.
Thanks a lot, Mike. We're missing Alex Myers today. He is on a trip to the beach for a bachelor party or weekend or so. He'll be back with us next week. 42-0 is our score, waiting for both teams to come back out on the field. The Wildcats should be receiving the second half kickoff. 42-0 our score. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back to Lenoir City in 60 seconds.
Start the second half, it'll be the Wildcats receiving the football.
First time we've got kickoff tonight.
Back here at Lenoir City High School, here comes the Panthers to kick off. It's a short pooch kick. It's going to go sailing out of bounds. That'll be a penalty against the Panthers. Welcome back once again. Lenoir City kicked off. It's going to be a penalty. It goes out of bounds. The Wildcats will take it at 35. We've got a running clock at Lenoir City. So the clock will not stop except on timeouts. So this could be a very quick night here at Lenoir City. It's been all Oak Ridge to this point. They lead it 42-0 as the Wildcats have a host of new players in the ball game. As a receiver splitting out to the left will be Nehemiah Adams. They call him Nemo. The Wildcats will have, looks like, Kipton Fagan at quarterback, a new running back as well. Two receivers split to the left. Here's the snap and the handoff. That's Pendergrass. Slips as he makes a cut across the 40-yard line. Help me with some of these other numbers. Looks like we've got Javier Heck in the ball game. Also in the ball game for the Wildcats, we got Gabe Arrington. Yes, we've got Tristan Chartrand in the game on the line. We've got Arrington in the ball game. We have another receiver in the game as well for the Wildcats. Josiah McClure, he's a freshman. We've got Dallin James, he's the tight end. Wildcats also have in the ball game Amarion Willis, the quarterback. Kipton Fagan, he is a sophomore, and he is going to throw it. Pass is going to be caught across the 50, then he fumbles the ball. And they might have recovered it. Nope, looks like maybe, let's see. Yep, it's going to be a fumble on the reception, and the Lenoir City Panthers will take over. We've got a running clock here. 42-0 is our score. Good pass by Kipton. Got hit and dropped the ball.
Yeah, Nehemiah Adams, it got hit pretty hard right under where the ball was. He fumbled it, and the Lenoir City Panthers came up with it. It was going to be 1st and 10 from the 47 for the Lenoir City Panthers.
You might remember Nemo's uncles who played ball at Oak Ridge: Vince Adams, Greg Adams, Garfield Adams.
Oh, goodness, yes. Especially Garfield. He was a principal at one time, was he not?
Yeah, Greg's his dad, so he's not his uncle, but he is his dad. First down, 10 yards to go for the Lenoir City Panthers. The ball is at their own 47-yard line. The pitch will go to the tailback, trying to find Roan. He's hit and dropped right around the line of scrimmage. The Wildcats make the stop. The Wildcats have Dylan Woody in the ball game. The Wildcats also have, looks like Liam Gerber in the ball game. McClure's in the ball game. Nate Stevens is still in, along with Jeremiah Strickland. Blake Woody's still in. Looks like as well we've got Hayden Rouse in the ball game. It'll be a gain of a yard on the play. Second down, 9 yards to go. 8:55 and counting in the game. Hand off to the running back, and he is stuck by Blake Woody and a host of other Wildcats. Blake Woody, who is on our prep radio crew, making good work as linebacker for the Wildcats.
He absolutely is. He's made several tackles, for losses that time. He got a little dinged up. He's going to jog off the field, I think. No, he's going to stay in. Great. Well, no, now he's sitting down. Woody's having a leg problem.
He's playing for JT Gormley, who was hurt in the first ball game. While we have an injury timeout, let's send it back to Brian Bennett. 42-0 is our score. We'll be back to Lenoir City following this 60-second timeout. It's going to be 3rd down and 9. They try to pass play, but it's way overthrown, incomplete. It'll be 4th down facing the Lenoir City Panthers, and the Wildcats will get it back. Oak Ridge getting a chance to play a lot of different guys. We got a running clock at 7:55 to play.
Yeah.
3rd quarter.
Things are running right along now. That pass was well overthrown, intended for Austin Hunt for the Lenoir City Panthers. Fell harmlessly to the turf, brings up 4th and 9.
Wildcats have nobody back. They're going to fake it, and they're going to try to run it, and he's not going to go anywhere. He is dropped at the line of scrimmage. Nate Stevens there, and the Wildcats will take over. The guy that was trying to run it is maybe, well, it looks more like a lineman than a running back, and he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he really did. And he didn't have any wide speed because Nate Stevens ran him down very quickly, and they actually lost a couple of yards on that play. The Wildcats are going to retain possession now on their own 47-yard line with 7 minutes and 5 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter, up 42-0.
Here comes Kipton Fagan once again. Blaine Stansberry incidentally needed 66 yards to break his own passing record. If it wasn't 42-0, I'm sure they would have had him in. But this is great work for Kipton getting a chance to play. This is like the 29th straight game that Blaine has started at quarterback. Here's the handoff to Pendergrass. Pendergrass looking for a little room. Moves the ball to the 45-yard line. That's a gain of 2. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. 42-0 Oak Ridge. We're in the 3rd quarter. Running clock. 6 minutes, 29 seconds to play. My name is David Clary, along with Mike Sheehan, Preston Fetters, Miles Bergen, Caleb Jackson. Caleb said I didn't say his name last week, so I'm going to continue to say his name. David Urbanowitz, along with Connor Sharp. Brian Bennett back at the station. Mark and Shauna Hayes with us as well. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Kipton Fagan, sophomore, has been really good. The JV's 2-0. As victories over Halls and Clinton, and he's been the quarterback in that one. Here's another screen pass. Is going to be dropped once again, and that'll be Willis dropping it. The clock continues to run. It'll be 3rd down and 8.
Marley, Willis caught the ball for a moment, then turned to go up the field and dropped it. So incomplete pass. 3rd down and 8 now. Ball on the 45.
Let's see. I think we got most of the linemen in. Wildcats need 8 for a first. 5.5 minutes to play. Got a beautiful moon here, and get Preston a shot of that when we get a chance here. Probably between quarters, as it'll be Kipton. 3rd down, 8 yards to go from the 45-yard line. He's going to hand it off to Pendergrass. Pendergrass cuts across. Might have gained 2, maybe 3 yards. Going to be 4th down facing the Wildcats. 5:11 to play. There is a tackle made by Lenoir City. Wildcats are going to go for it. Lenoir City has not shown the ability to be able to move the ball, so why not?
And it might as well, just plenty of turf left, 60 yards to the goal line almost, so the Wildcats are going to go for it.
Josiah McClure, receiver, split out to the far right for Kipton. He caught a touchdown last Monday, and there's movement across the line. We're going to have illegal procedure against the Wildcats. This group has played together. They've played in the junior varsity games, but a little bit different when the Friday night lights are up.
I think so, and I think Lenoir City did a good job of kind of acting like they were going to penetrate, and it caused the Wildcats to jump off side. Now it brings up 4th and 8, and the Wildcats are still going to go for it.
4:20 to play in the 3rd quarter of this ball game. Wildcats splitting out to the far right once again. Adams, 6'1", 180-pound senior. And it'll be 4th down and about 10 yards to go. Once again, Kipton Fagan is the quarterback. One lone running back, that's Pendergrass. Back to pass, has all day across the way. Nice pass, complete for a 1st down. A 10 Bank of Oak Ridge 1st down across the 25 up to the 24-yard line. Amarion Willis on the reception. Nice pass there by Kipton.
Yeah, he did. Amaron made up for that drop he had a little while ago. Perfect pass that time, and the Wildcats move the ball and get that first badly needed 1st down to keep the clock running for the Wildcats, leading 42-0 with 3 minutes and 33 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter.
Adams is a receiver, going to split off to the left side. The Wildcats have Dallin James in a slot. He's the tight end on the right side. 2 receivers, including McClure to the right. His brother, Jemiah Hall, played football for the Wildcats about 10 years or so ago. 1st and 10, handoff to Pendergrass. Pendergrass 20, 15. Pendergrass 10. Actually a little shy of the 10. Tackled it around the 11. 3:06 to play third quarter. Another 10 Bank of Oak Ridge first down. All of our touchdowns, all 6 touchdowns today, sponsored by the class of 1989.
Yeah, thank you for 1989 for all they do for the sponsorship for this team. And what a great team it's been tonight, David. Looking good here in the late in the third quarter.
2:44 and counting. Wildcats have it, first down, 10 yards to go. The ball at the Lenoir City 11-yard line. The Wildcats once again splitting to the far right. That's Adams, Nemo Adams. Wildcats to the left side once again have Willis and one other guy. I believe that's McClure. The backfield, the running back is Pendergrass. The tight end is Dallin James. 2:20 to play. Play clock ticking on down. Kipton's going to hand it off to Pendergrass, finding a hole. 5, 4, 3. Give him 6. Touchdown, Pendergrass. The Wildcats score with Ladanium Pendergrass, and the Wildcats have their 7th touchdown of the game, and they lead Lenoir City 48-0.
Yeah, just a great run by Pendergrass that time. Good job blocking up front by the big guys. Ladanium and Thomas Pendergrass did a great job of eluding would-be tacklers, dancing right, then left, and straight ahead for the touchdown. 11 yards.
Kyler Sachs to attempt the extra point. Wildcats laid a man onto the field. The holder is Adam Washington. Here's Sachs' kick. It's up, and it's good. Kyler Sachs splits the uprights, and the Wildcats lead Lenoir City 49-0. A minute 26 to play in the third quarter. We'll be back to Lenoir City following this 90-second timeout. Here's the kickoff by Eli Pearson. It's going to be fielded at the 5, 10, 15. Dylan Woody blasts him and drops him at the 17-yard line, and that is where Lenoir City will take over. First down, 10 yards to go, a minute 7 to play in the third quarter. We've got a running clock, and I saw nothing but orange shirts around where the flag went down. Do we have an unsportsmanlike conduct against them? It's been all Oak Ridge, Mike, 49-0.
Yeah, that Oak Ridge has just played dominant football tonight, and Lenoir City just has not had an answer. They definitely outmanned this year, and the Wildcats are looking good as this penalty is against the Wildcats. Unsportsmanlike conduct. That'll cost us 15 yards.
And they'll get good field position as the Wildcats bring in new guys into the game. Looks like, let's see, Joey Marin is in the ball game, number 44. Caleb Riker is in the ball game. 58 seconds to play. Caleb, member of our Prep Radio crew. Wildcats also have in the ball game, let's see, looks like Adam Washington's going to play a little defense as the penalty yardage is stepped off. Also in the game, we've got Zachy Booth, number 34. Josiah McClure in the game. 55 seconds to play. Here's the handoff to the running back, and he is tackled from the backside. let's see, I think it was Joey Marin who makes the stop for the Wildcats. 45 seconds and counting. And it's 49-0. We're in the third quarter. Running clock because the Wildcats were up 42-0 at the half. The all-time record for most points scored in a game is 74. I don't think that's going to happen. Just not enough time.
No, I think not. Zai Carroll now in for the Wildcats. 5'10", 250-pound sophomore.
Looks like Caden Stewart's still in there. That's a little bit surprising. A starter on the about the only starter in there is the Wildcats put about 5 on the front, hand off to the running back, and he tries to bounce outside, and then he's going to move the ball forward, then push back at around. Got a great spot. He's still shy of a first down. Got up to the 37-yard line. Looks like one of the Panthers is cramping. So let's take another quick break. That's the end of the quarter anyway. Wildcats on top, 49-0. We'll be back with a fourth and final quarter following this 60-second timeout. David Clary back here along with Mike Sheehan, Miles Bergen, Preston Fetters, Caleb Jackson. You all are my witness. I've said Caleb's name at least 10 times today. He said I never said his name last week. He's one of our camera guys down on the field, along with Connor Sharp and David Urbanowitz, the injured Panther. I think it was just a cramp, so he's okay. It's been all Oak Ridge, Mike, 49-0. I don't even know who to interview. About everybody played well tonight.
They certainly did. I'll tell you, it's just amazing, especially Blaine and Will and Malik. You know, all are very superior athletes, and everybody else contributed, especially on defense. Tim Walters again. He's just a great defensive lineman, one of the better ones I've seen in the last 10 years, David.
Third down, 3 yards to go for the Panthers. Opening play of the quarter, they moved the ball to the 45. I think he got a pretty good spot and passed it to around the 50 on second effort. That should be a first down. They're going to actually put him down at the 46-yard line. That is a first down for the Lenoir City Panthers. 11:44 to play in the ball game here in Lenoir City. Next week, the Wildcats will be at home at Blankenship Field for a 7 o'clock kickoff against our longtime rivals. Good to have them back on the schedule, the Kingsport Dobbins-Bennett Indians.
It certainly is, Dave. That's one of my favorite teams back to play when I played, and they're still playing them now. That's a special team. You know, the Oak Ridge colors were chosen by Kingsport's colors. It's always special when we play the Kingsport Dobbins-Bennett Indians.
Here's the snap and the handoff, and the tackle is made up the field at around the 46-yard line. Wildcats make the stop. Looks like number 30, Kane Knowles, there on the stop. It'll be a gain on the play of, we'll call it 6. It'll be second down, 4 yards to go. 10:55 to play in the ball game. 49-0. The Wildcats of Oak Ridge on top. Receivers coming into the ball game. The Wildcats, help me if I want to make sure I've got everybody in there. I hate to not call somebody's name because, you know, we don't get these blowout wins all the time.
No, we certainly don't. All these players have really worked hard all summer long and now into the early fall.
Second down and 4. Handoff goes forward, and the Wildcats pushing back. He's close to a first down. 10:24 to play. Alex is not here, so I guess I'm going to have to go down on the field and do the post-game interviews. Wildcats have in the ball game, let's see, number 68. That'll be Huntington in the game. The Wildcats still have Caleb Riker in there. Also checking some other numbers. Looks like Connor mentioned Liam Gerber in the ball game. McClure, I'm trying to get everybody's name. Dylan Woody is in there. Here comes Lenoir City. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball is at the 43-yard line. Kane Knowles, that's Vashon's little brother. Vashon Knowles' little brother. Pitch will go, and Wildcats kind of finally get him down. The Wildcats had a couple missed hits there. Can't get him down, as it'll be a gain on the play of about 4 or 5. Very methodically moving the ball down the field. I know the Wildcats would love to have a shutout, but it's much more important to get these young guys, as you said, these guys have been working all summer, a chance to play in a real ball game.
That's always fun when you get to do that. And, I'm really glad, David, it's cooled off quite a bit. We haven't had all that cramping we had in that Halls game, and it's really good to see the players staying hydrated and injury-free.
Anthony Ferreira in the ball game as well. Second down, 5 yards to go. Hand off to the back, and once again he gets past the initial line, and the Wildcats stop him, but it looks like might be another first down. The Knowles on the stop, and looks like Liam Gerber as well. It'll be close to a first down. They will move the chains. 8 minutes, 42 seconds to play here in the ball game. Oak Ridge on top of the Panthers, 49-0. Next week, Oak Ridge plays Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett, and I believe the following week we're down in Cleveland taking on Bradley Central.
Yeah, that'll be a fun trip down there. That's my old stomping ground. I went to Cleveland State Community College back in the day.
First down, 10 yards to go for Lenoir City. Hand off. The quarterback is going to throw it across the way. Pass is almost intercepted. That was almost picked off by Caleb Johnson. Is in his hands, but he just couldn't quite hold on to it. Clock still moves here with the running clock. 8 minutes and counting in the ball game. It'll be for Lenoir City. Ball at the 33-yard line. Second down, 10.
Good job by Caleb breaking that pass up. I think it surprised him. The ball got to him so quickly, he just couldn't hold on to it. But he did a great defensive job of breaking that pass up.
Lenoir City has really struggled to throw the ball today. They've thrown a couple of interceptions. Running back goes wide and turns the corner. Finally tripped up out there by, was it 43? I couldn't quite see it. Might have been Ian Underwood. Couldn't quite see. I don't know if it was 43.
Connor Penrod on the stop for the Wildcat.
Thank you. As the ball is at the 21-yard line, first down, 10 yards to go. 7:19 to play in the ball game from Lenoir City. Some of the Panther fans beginning to head out. We've had a great turnout of Oak Ridge fans across the way. We had a good turnout last week at Clinton. We hope to have a even bigger turnout Friday night at home against the Kingsport Dobyns-Bennett Indians. 7 minutes to play in the ball game. Here's the snap to the quarterback. Reverse play once again, cutting it inside. They're inside the 10-yard line and trying to avoid a shutout here at Lenoir City High School. The Oak Ridge band waving their lights. Preston, get a shot of the band real quick. Get a shot of the band. They've got their cell phones out and they're waving it. And 6:40 to go in the game. That's the Wild Band across the way. They've played most of the way. They've been singing, and now they're doing their cell phones and the lights, waving back and forth. 6 minutes, 26 seconds to play in the ball game, 49-0. Back to action we go. They've got the ball right at the 10-yard line. I believe, looking at it, no, it is first down, goal to go at the 10. Pitch will go to the running back, and he gets into the end zone. Not quite. He's going to be tackled at around the 1-yard line. I know the Wildcats would like to have a shutout, but it is so much more important to have these guys get some playing time. As more and more players continue to filter into the ball game, looks like we might have Anthony Nevis in the game as well.
Yeah, big guys up front now. The Oak Ridge Wildcats have played just about everybody on the team now. And Joe Queen Huntington in for the Wildcats.
5:40 and counting. Miles doesn't have much to do. He's just letting the clock roll here. Ball's at the 2-yard line. That is going to be pushed back at the line. That is a touchdown. Touchdown, Lenoir City. 5:28 to play, and they are on the board. And it's pandemonium here. And the students of Lenoir City are going to rush over towards the end zone. Congratulations to the Panthers. You know, like you said earlier in the ballgame, they have been playing really hard. They haven't given up. It isn't like they've given up. They've just been a little bit outmanned.
Caden Jay on the run for the Panthers to put the Panthers on the board. Now they didn't get skunked, David. They've got 6 with an extra point upcoming.
They've got that weird formation when they've got everybody split to the left and one lone quarterback behind the center. Now they're going to drop back to pass and throw it into the end zone and throw it out of the end zone. 2-point conversion is not good. Wildcats had the young guys in, and they did a decent job of covering that. And the extra point try fails. 49-6 our score. Back with Lenoir City kickoff in 60 seconds. What's that? What's that? Test. Appreciate Laura Lynn Green and all of our sponsors. 4:42 to play in the ball game. Lenoir City to kick off. 49-6, the Wildcats headed for a 3-0 record. Wildcats to take on Kingsport Dobbins Bennett next week at Blankenship Field.
Yeah, I thought it'll be a really exciting game. I hope everyone that can come out and watch the Indians and the Wildcats battle it out on Blankenship Field.
Here comes a fair catch signal for him made on the pop-up kick by Liam Gerber right around the 29-yard line. And that is where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. We'll have player interviews hopefully down on the field. In a game like this, they might run off. I'll talk to Coach Derek Rang as well. 49-6, the Wildcat offense will come onto the field here in a bit. Mike, are you going to be able to fill all the time?
I'm going to do my best.
I'm not going to leave yet. I'm going to go down at about 2 minutes. Usually Alex does this, so this will be like new territory for me.
Yeah, it will. It's been a long time since you've done that, and I appreciate you doing it too.
Wildcats are going to come up. Let's see. Kipton Fagan is the quarterback. Wildcats have, looks like Pendergrass still in at running back. 3:45 to play. Kipton Fagan has completed one pass. He's had one drop. And he's going to hand it off to Pendergrass, who's going to be at the 30 to the 35, at the 40, at the 44. Nice hard run by Ladanian Pendergrass.
Great job going around right in. Good blocking up front by the big guys. And Ladanian did a really good job of pushing the ball up the field for another first down.
A 10 bank of Oak Ridge first down. The Wildcats splitting out to the far right. Looks like Nevis once again. Pendergrass in the backfield. Liam Gerber is the tight end. Wildcats have a lineman on the left side. That is Brandon Roy. Wildcats first down, 10 yards to go.
And along with Mo, Afro Gain. Is that right?
Two receivers split to the right. Kipton is going to roll to his left and run it. 45, 50. Kipton Fagan, tripped up at the 43-yard line. I thought Kipton might take it into the end zone, but he is tackled, but not before he picks up another 10 bank of Oak Ridge first down. 49-6 the score. First and 10 Wildcats.
Great run that time. I thought he was going to get away, but Grayson Miller did a really good job for the Panthers in stopping him, but not before he moved the ball all the way out to the 42-yard line.
2 minutes, 25 seconds to play. Wildcats on top, 49-6. Here, when the Wildcats decide to start taking these, I'll let you start with the scoring summary. It's going to take you a while, but I'm going to do some interviews, so I might interrupt you a bit. You've got as the handoff goes for good yardage across the 35-yard line. Carrying the ball that time was Zachy Booth. He had a touchdown on Monday against Clinton in the junior varsity game. That's close to another first down.
Yeah, this junior varsity, there's no lack of talent on this junior varsity thing. There's a bunch of good sophomores coming up. The future is bright for the Wildcats.
Hudson Edwards is the center for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge also in the ball game. Let's see. That's Tristan Chartrand once again. Wildcats down to a minute 32 to play. I might need your help, Miles, to go down there with me. So as the Wildcats have it, second down, then a yard to go. Kipton Fagan from the Lenoir City 34, and he's going to run it himself. 30, 25, 20. Kipton Fagan into the end zone. Touchdown, Kipton Fagan. It's pandemonium on the Oak Ridge sideline as the sophomore takes it in, and the Wildcats are over 50 points. It's 55-6.
34-yard touchdown by quarterback Fagan that time. Beautiful run around left end. The Panthers just can't keep up. Great speed, great determination for Fagan that time. I'm sure he scores that's his first varsity score ever. You know he's got to be excited. Extra point forthcoming for the Wildcats. And the kick is up and good. I'm not sure. I don't have 84 on my roster. I don't have 84 listed for the Wildcats, but his kick was up and good. And the Wildcats lead 56-6 with 39.9 seconds to go in this game. One of the highest scoring games we've had in quite a while for the Oak Ridge Wildcats over the Lenoir City Panthers. Still have 39.9 seconds left here in the game, and they're taking their sweet time about getting lined up for this kickoff. Excited Oak Ridge crowd over there. The band's really been loud and very helpful tonight in keeping the Wildcats cranked up for this exciting game. Anytime you get to play football, it's exciting. And I'm really glad to see all these young people getting to play. And it just holds really good for the future for the Wildcats, as they're up 56-6 with just 39 seconds left. Looks like Eli Pearson's going to kick the ball off for the Wildcats to back up the Lenoir City Panthers. They really don't want them to score anymore. But just to score 6 is the big thing for Lenoir City. And the Wildcat defense have just played lights out tonight. The offense could not be any more efficient. The big play was the name of the game tonight for the Wildcats. We've had a lot of great scoring opportunities. As the kickoff goes right to the goal line, and he's going to bring it out. He being Devontae Toney, brought the ball out to looks like he's going to spot it on about the 15. So it'll be first and 10 from the 15 for the Lenoir City Panthers. And the clock's running down to 14 seconds. The clock's going to run out before the Panthers get another playoff. They're really hurrying, but they've only got 7 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. That's the ball game. They got the playoff. He's going around left end. Wow, Oak Ridge defense comes up big as usual, and the Wildcats win this game 56-6. We're going to take a 3-minute timeout, and we'll be right back.
short of your new home today or visit us 24/7 at themainstreetloft.com to view our floor plans and amenities. It's time to love where you live.
Sexton Automotive in Oak Ridge is proud to be a fan.
I did what? Point to David when he has his. Okay, I will.
Sexton Automotive in Oak Ridge is an aftercare center, and our service department is here for all your automotive maintenance and repair needs. Our rental fleet offers a variety of vehicles, from economy cars to passenger vans. Get your next set of Sexton Automotive in Oak Ridge, Elizabeth Beard, ORHS, class of 2000. Check out our inventory online 24/7 at sextonautos.com.
The Tennessee National Guard is looking for people like you to join a team that serves our community and country. You'll gain skills and train for real careers such as cybersecurity and engineering. Are you interested in college? The Guard will assist with 100% tuition coverage, a part-time commitment with full-time benefits. Always ready, always there. The first class county high today at 0702.
Hello, this is Jim Norman, proud member
Come
of
on.
1979 Oak Very successful season.
Jim Norman is a partner in another long tradition of excellence, the law firm of Joyce, Meredith, Flitcroft, and Normand, PLLC, and Joyce, Meredith, Flitcroft, and Normand Title Services, a full-service law firm in Oak Ridge for nearly 70 years. Give Jim a call at 482-2486. It's time for the Laura Lynn Green post-game show. Laura Lynn Green is your hometown State Farm agent.
Welcome back to the field here at Lenoir City. Joining me is the quarterback of the Wildcats, 292 yards passing in the first half. The school record is yours. You needed 66, but I know as a quarterback you wanted to see Kipton get some playing time. Talk about the team's performance. I mean, you could do whatever you wanted to tonight. Blaine Stansbury with us.
You know, our goal was to come out fast, and that's exactly what we did. So it was nice even on low passes that we were able to score, and our skills guys just did whatever they really wanted to. And so it's just nice to sit back there and get it to them.
When you saw them on film, did you think you'd be able to score as easily? I mean, very seldom did they even stop you. Maybe 3 times the entire first half.
You know, we knew we'd be able to score, but we also knew we had to execute, and that was the main ththing. And we needed to execute and do it fast, so that's what we were able to do.
Did you want to break your own record?
Well, I wanted to. I knew I was 1 touchdown away from the touchdown record also, but I'll try and get it throughout the season.
Well, you're 3-0 now, but you're going to play Kingsport Dobbins Bennett next week. It's a little bit tougher next week.
Yes, sir. It's a big game, but I know we're all up for the challenge, so we'll be ready to compete.
It's your first time, I guess, or your sophomore year, I guess.
Against DB? Yeah. Freshman year we went to DB, so this will be my first time playing against him.
Well, Blaine, good luck. Congratulations on the win.
Thanks so much.
Blaine Stansbury. Let's see who's next. Trying to get somebody else here. Let's get Blake Woody in here. Blake getting a chance to play. Get Blake here. Blake Woody is with us. He started at linebacker today for JT Gormley. Blake, you had a lot of tackles in the ballgame.
Yeah, well, I mean, we just try to come out strong and just come out with this mentality to just destroy them. We knew that we were superior, but it was I don't want to be mean, but it was a boring ball game.
Well, you know, it's kind of hard to be boring. Well, I guess it's 42-0 at half. Did you think that it would be? Well, I mean, Blaine had his way. Anytime he threw the ball, it was caught. I think it was 8 for 8, 292 yards. You're on the defensive side of things, but I mean, that's just crazy.
Yeah, I mean, this is the worst blowout I've seen since Hawaii, and I mean, we just played amazing today and came out strong, and Blaine did amazing too.
You're playing for the injured JT Gormley. I know you had to step in his shoes. I know it's hard to step in his shoes, but how do you think you've progressed, and are you more comfortable with it now?
I mean, last week, my first half, I was very nervous, obviously, first starting. But, I mean, I got to give all the credit to JT. He's been there every day and just helping me coach down. And he's on the sidelines every time, and he just comes up to talk to me and just tell me what I'm doing wrong and how I can improve.
I know you're not from here, but Dobbins Bennett's a big name in high school football, the second winningest program in the state of Tennessee. Are you excited about hosting them at Blankenship Field?
Yes, sir. We're ready to just get this game going and ready to roll.
Thanks a lot, Blake.
Yeah, thank you, David.
Let's get Kipton Fagan in here. Kipton played the entire second half at quarterback. And Kipton, I know you completed your first pass, and it went for a while, a few yards, and then you scored a touchdown. How did that make you feel?
It was great first time getting on a varsity game. Felt amazing.
You know, did you call your own number there, or what was the call? Because you ran one time, and I thought you were going to score the first time, and then the second time you scored the touchdown, the last touchdown. Talk about those two runs.
It's really just a read for me. It's meant for the running back, and then I read the play, and if the gap's open for me, then I can run it myself. You
are the primary quarterback on the junior varsity freshmen. You're 2-0 on both. Now 3-0. Talk about your progression as a quarterback from last year to this year.
I would say I've improved a lot, especially like with arm strength and everything, and a bunch of accuracy. Improved a lot on accuracy.
Were you surprised at the score? I mean, it was 42-0 at the half.
When we came out, we knew their last game was a blowout, but we still came out here and we knew we would probably win, but it was a blowout.
What are your strengths as a quarterback?
I'd probably say my accuracy and then being able on my feet too.
You came from Texas. I know you've lived here the last, 2 or 3 years, I guess. So play Dobbins Bennett. Do you know much about them?
No, sir, but I can't wait. I hear it's just like, as Coach Rang said in the huddle, big tradition game, and we're ready.
The second winningest program in the state of Tennessee with over 800 wins. Always bring a big crowd. Are you excited? And talk about just this team's win today.
Yes, sir. It was great. And then great team win, as you said, and can't wait for the next.
Kipton, I appreciate it, and good luck next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Kipton Fagan. Let's see if we can find Coach Rang. Y'all see him over here. We'll get a chance to wander over here and talk to the head coach of the Wildcats, Coach Derek Rang, and we'll get him over here. And Coach Rang is here. Coach, first off, congratulations on the win. Lenoir City, a team that you talked about would be one of those ball control teams, but your defense set the tone. You picked off a couple passes, got you some great field position, and it was a runaway after that.
Yeah, once we got a couple defensive turnovers, we were saying all week their goal was clock out, David, and once we got those turnovers, then we were able to, kind of just jump on them, and once it got 14-21-0, I think sometimes with the style of offense they run, they really know they can't come back. They probably didn't play as hard, and then we just kind of big played them to death, and it kind of just got out of hand pretty quick. But proud of our guys, proud of the way we come out and battled. And, I feel like now one thing I was telling them at halftime was, we played 3 5A teams to start the season. And now all we play from here on out 6As. And we got DB coming to town Friday. So I think they need to understand that, I enjoy these moments, but the level of competition is going to increase considerably.
You talked about their passing game. Their 2 passes they tried to throw, I think they were intercepted. First one, and then Jarrell, the second one. They had to keep it on the ground after that. But your defensive line, your linebackers, I thought Blake played maybe his best ball game since he's had to step up for JT. I can't really think of anything negative really in that first half. Blaine was 8 for 8 for 292 yards and almost set the school record for most touchdowns in a game. It's hard to find anything. A coach can find a lot of things, but your younger guys came in. Kipton directed them into 2 touchdowns. It was just a good win.
It was. I mean, it was really easy. I mean, we had everybody come in and play, and everything went right. We big played them. We got the clock running. I think it's 9 o'clock. The game's over. So in the past couple of nights, we've been out here till 10:30. It feels like, but obviously, a big win. Proud of it. And it's fun when you can kind of get out here on the turf like this and do that to opponents. And, one thing I think has been positive is I feel like right now the way we're preparing mentally for games is really good. Like, everybody seems to be getting ready like serious manner. We're all getting out here. We're like kind of like warming up, and they're kind of doing some stuff on their own. So, like, I just feel like there's a sense of focus right now that, we believe we can, play some really good football. And we're going to have to maintain that level of play as we kind of get into like the home part of our schedule coming up.
Kingsport Dobbins Bennett is the second winningest program in the state of Tennessee. Over 800 wins, a traditional rivalry. They actually lead the series, one of the few teams that actually leads the series just by 1 or 2 games. It's good to have them back on the schedule. I know you don't like to look too far ahead, but I know you've probably seen a little tape on them. What do they like to do? Typical DB team?
Yeah, I mean, I think what's happened with them, and David, from watching the Oak Ridge DB games forever, I don't know how athletic they may be. I feel like they got a really big offensive line. Their quarterback's a really savvy player. They're going to be built. I mean, there's 2,300 students in that school, so they're going to have the platoon system. Like, we're still playing some guys both ways. So we're not like a full platoon. We're the 4th, 5th smallest 6A. So, they're going to be, they're going to be buttoned up as far as a lot of players playing ball for them, big offensive line, RPO-based offense. Defensively, they're going to be kind of an odd front with a walk-up, kind of like we see a lot of, and just a solid football team. I think went down, beat Knox Central week 1 in a lightning delay, beat Asheville, North Carolina, who looked pretty good, and a traditional really good team out of Western North Carolina. And I believe they were playing Gate City, Virginia tonight, which is kind of like an old school deal with them being so close. But David, I mean, Oak Ridge and DB have played a lot. All those games have been slobber knockers. Our fans are going, I mean, probably what happened tonight won't happen next Friday. We hope it does. But we're expecting a tough, hard-nosed slobber knocker type game, and that's what I think our fans will expect as well.
Just one more thing, just your final comments on the win tonight.
Yeah, obviously big win. Just proud of the participation we got. A lot of guys getting reps tonight. A lot of big plays. Feel like it was easy, and we just got to keep building. I mean, we're 3-0 right now. It's one of our goals. Was obviously to win every game we got, and now we're kind of getting into the 6A part of our schedule. So we just got to keep building. 4 out of the next 5 are at home at Blankenship Field. I feel like we play with a little bit more, desire there. So hopefully we can come out against DB next Friday and get a big win.
Thanks a lot.
Yep, thank you.
Wildcats win at 49-6. Going to take a break. We'll be back with more of our postgame show. The Wildcats win at 49-6. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
David, look at you. You're the man, David. Good job. Excellent job.
How far did you get?
I didn't even get started. Okay. I took a timeout, and then when you came back, the timing was perfect. You were ready. So.
Did we get the instance over like the stats in the
I'm done with you. Wow.
Just let Mark do it and then.
Okay, that's fine. You go for it, Mark.
Marquez back here at Lenoir City High School, where Oak Ridge is victorious tonight by a final score of 56-6 over the Lenoir City Panthers. Looking at the statistics for Oak Ridge, they're led on the ground by Demillion Porter. He had 82 yards on 6 carries. Kipton Fegan, he came in the quarterback late for the Wildcats. 2 carries, 49 yards. That's with a touchdown. LaDainian Pendergrass, 6 carries for 42 yards. Zachy Booth had 1 carry for 8 yards, and Blaine Stansbury had 1 carry for -5 yards. So as a team, Wildcats rushed the ball 16 times, gaining 176 yards on the ground. That's an average of 11 yards per carry. Through the air, the Wildcats, starting quarterback Blaine Stansbury, he was 8 of 8 for 292 yards. He had all of those in the first half, no interception. His long was 64 yards. Also quarterbacking in the second half for the Wildcats, Kipton Fagan, 2 of 3 for 34 yards. Receiving for the Wildcats, they were led by Will Presley, 2 receptions, 93 yards. Malik Howard had 3 receptions for 92 yards. Jarrell Jimerson, 2 receptions for 72 yards. Demillion Porter, he had a 30-yard reception. Amarian Willis had a 23-yard reception. And Nehemiah Adams had an 11-yard reception. So as a team, as I said, on the ground, the Wildcats had 176 yards on 16 carries. They had 326 yards through the air on 10 receptions for a total offense tonight of 502 yards. They had 15 first downs. They had 8 penalties for 84 yards. So the good news is only 2 penalties in the second half for the Wildcats because they had 6 in the first half. Now looking at the Lenoir City Panthers, they were led on the ground by number 21, Caden Jay. He had 21 carries for 68 yards. Brian Phillips, he had 26 yards on 8 carries. Johnny Clegg, 4 carries for 16 yards. Devontae Tony, he had an 11-yard run. Eli Whaley, 5 carries for 11 yards. Austin Hunt, he had a 4-yard carry. Ethan Reicher had a 4-yard carry. And Akeem McClurkin had a carry but netted no yards. So as a team, the Panthers rushed the ball 42 times, gaining 140 yards on the ground. That's an average of 3.3 yards per carry compared to Oak Ridge's 11 yards per carry. Quarterback for the Panthers, Ethan Reicher, he was 1 of 5 for 11 yards. He did have 2 interceptions on the night. His only completion was for 11 yards, and that was to Caden Jay. So as a team, the Panthers had 140 yards on the ground on 42 carries. They had 11 yards through the air on a single catch for total offense tonight of 151 yards. They had 9 first downs in the ballgame. They were penalized twice for 20 yards. Look at the team side by side. Rushing yards, Oak Ridge 176, Lenoir City 140. Passing yards, here's the big difference. Oak Ridge 326 passing yards. Lenoir City 11. Total offense, Oak Ridge 502 total offensive yards tonight. Lenoir City 151. First downs, Oak Ridge had 15. Lenoir City 9. Penalties, Oak Ridge had 8 penalties for 84 yards. Lenoir City 2 penalties for 20 yards. Final score, Oak Ridge victorious tonight by a final score of 56-6 over the PAL, I keep wanting to say PAL. They're the Panthers of Lenoir City. David?
Thanks a lot, Mark. Mike, you've got the scoring summary.
Thank you, David. And what a scoring summary it was. Start this game off with 9 minutes and 55 seconds left in the first quarter. Blaine Stansbury threw a beautiful pass to Will Presley. Will broke 3 tackles on his way to the end zone for the 28-yard score, and the Wildcats went up 6-0. Eli Pearson came in and kicked the ball between the uprights, and the Wildcats led early 7-0. Then, moments later, with 6 minutes and 51 seconds left, still in the first quarter, Blaine Stansbury backed up and threw a beautiful rainbow pass to Will Presley from about 40 yards out. Will caught it, ran it in for another 64-yard pass and catch by Will Presley and Blaine Stansbury. The Wildcats went up 13-0. Eli Pearson came in, kicked the ball between the uprights, and the Wildcats led 14-0. Then, with just 4 minutes and 9 seconds left in the first quarter, Blaine Stansbury threw a pass to Malik Howard, and Malik made a beautiful move to elude the would-be tackler all around his legs, sped into the end zone, and put the Wildcats up 21-0. Eli Pearson came in and kicked the ball between the uprights, and the Wildcats led 21-0. Then, much to my surprise, the Wildcats, DeMillion Porter ran one in from 69 yards out to put the Wildcats up 27-0. Eli Pearson came in and kicked the ball between the uprights, and with 1 minute and 44 seconds left in the first quarter, the Wildcats ran the score up to 28-0. Then in the second quarter, Blaine Stansbury threw a 57-yard pass to Malik Howard, put the Wildcats up 34-0. Eli Pearson came in and kicked the ball between the uprights, and the Wildcats led 35-0 in the first half. 35 unanswered points. And then with a mere minute and 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter, another beautiful pass from Blaine Stansbury to Jarrell Jimerson. Jimerson ran it in from 32 yards out, and the Wildcats went up 41-0. Then Eli Pearson came in between the uprights for the sixth extra point of the night, and the Wildcats led 42-0. Then in the third quarter, with the clock running, a lot of substitutes for the Wildcats. LaDainian Pendergrass ran one in from 11 yards out, put the Wildcats up 48-0. Kyler Sachs then came in for the Wildcats and kicked the ball between the uprights, and the Wildcats led 49-0. Then with 4 minutes and 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter, a 62-yard touchdown run by Kadon J for the Lenoir City Panthers put the Panthers on the board with 6 points. The two-point conversion was overthrown, fell incomplete, and so they did not score an extra point, and the score was 49-6. Then, with 1 minute and 7 seconds left in the game, Kipton Fegan, Wildcat sophomore quarterback, ran one in from 35 yards out to finish the scoring for the night. The Wildcats went up 56-6 on an outstanding offense.